Hey guys, welcome to this video. In this video, I will show you how to build a search feature. Now, this is great if you want to implement a search function for your mobile application or you're building a web application or any project really. So to get started, just open your favorite code editor and then open a terminal and install these libraries that we'll be using for this project. Now, I have already installed these. For you, it may take a while. And then once you install that, just go ahead and open a Python file and type this code here and just run this. This will download a few files that we will need for this project. Once the files are downloaded, you can delete this part of the code, and we will need a few more libraries for this project. So just go ahead and import these libraries. I'll kind of explain what these libraries are in a second. So basically, NLTK is used for text processing, something that is extensively used in search engines or building any search feature. KaggleHub is an API for Kaggle, which is a website that has a ton of data sets. We'll be using a tweets data sets from Kaggle for this project. We'll also be using some other features such as Porter-Semmer, word tokenizer, and word lematizer. So Porter-Semmer and word lematizer basically transforms words into their base form, such as running into run, which is more computationally efficient. We'll also use scikit-learn to build our machine learning algorithm. So after you've imported these packages, then just type this will go ahead and download the dataset. Now, you do need to have a Kaggle account in order to download this dataset. For you, it may ask to basically create the account first to continue. But once you've created the account and have configured it on your terminal, then it should be all good. Then once you've specified the path, you can specify the file, which is this file over here. This is the file that we're going to be using. So I'm just going to go ahead and just print the data set just to show you guys that it works. So it will go ahead and download the data set. It will save it into a directory. We'll read it from the directory and then we will print the data set. So as you can see, we have tweets with tweet IDs and some information when it was created, how much likes it had maybe, and also the field that we're interested in, which is the tweet itself, is this right here. So that gives you the tweets, and I'm just going to go ahead and print that as well so you guys can see. So as you can see, we have a bunch of tweets from Elon Musk. Now we want to search through these tweets and find the right ones for us. And so to do this, we need to first specify a few different classes. So word lematizer, as I said, basically transforms words into their base forms. We also are going to be removing stop words, and we will also be removing punctuations from our tweets. So to do this, we'll specify a pre-processing function. The function is going to look like this. I'll just paste the code since it's much more efficient than writing it. So basically it will take the tweet, and I'm just going to change the tweet to make it more readable. It will take the tweet and it will transform a tweet like this into a bunch of tokens, and then we are converting each token into lowercase because we want a standard way of processing the text. So we will just transform them into lower case. We'll remove any punctuations because that doesn't really add any extra information about the tweet. We will also remove stop words such as my, is, or even name. These words don't really add any meaning to the text. So we'll remove all of these stop words. And we'll also remove non-alphabetical tokens. And we will make sure that we transform the tokens into their base form, such as running into run, because that's more computationally efficient and it's much better. And then we'll join back these tokens into a sentence and we'll return it back. So that's basically the pre-processing. Now, the fun part, creating the algorithm. So to create the algorithm, first we need to apply this preprocessing to the tweets. So we just do tweets.apply preprocess, and that just basically returns a new data frame of clean tweets. Then we specify a TF-IDF vectorizer. We will use this to create the model. And if you're not familiar with TF-IDF vectorizer, maybe you can search it up online. It's a really interesting algorithm, but I'm just showing you how to apply it in this particular video. Maybe in a future video I can go more in depth the mathematics behind it. So basically the way the TF-IDF vectorizer works is it will give a weight, how important a word is in a tweet. For example, a more relevant word, and how relevance is determined is if it's more common in one tweet but less common in other tweets. And that's basically the whole algorithm. Maybe you guys can search it up online as well and learn a bit more about it. But basically, we specify this algorithm, we apply it to our clean tweets, and it gives us a model. I'll print out and you guys can see. It's a bunch of ones and zeros, and it's a bunch of numbers. And these basically represent the importance of each word in a tweet, how relevant they are in a tweet, which is what we want. And I'll remove this for now. Then we'll specify a search functionality. So the search functionality will take a query, it will pre-process the query, and it will basically transform it to a version that can be used with this algorithm. It will apply a cosine-similarity, basically finding how close the query is to each one of the tweets. So it will return those tweets and basically sort the tweets by the lowest cosine similarity, the tweets that are most similar, and we'll return all of those tweets back to the user. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now we'll also make a web interface for the user to be able to search for these tweets. So to do this, I'm going to use this library called Streamlit. It's a very cool library. You can just basically build very easy web pages with a few lines of code. So to do this, we'll just import Streamlit first. We'll also import our search tweets from our main file. And this is basically setting the title, and we are asking the user for a query. Now, once the user gives the query, we'll basically go ahead and use the search functionality and return the results back to the user. So now I'm just going to save the file, save both of the files, and I'll go back and open a terminal. Okay, our application is running. That's the command to run the app. Streamlit run app.py, and also make sure you have Streamlit installed for this to work. So now let's just type a random query, I don't know, Donald Trump. Okay, Joe Vaughn interviews Donald Trump. Unless Trump is elected, America will fall to tyranny. Overwhelming support for Trump. And as you can see, we get a bunch of tweets that are about Trump. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe in a future video, if you want me to make similar videos, just let me know, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much.